Have you ever wondered why those who suffer the most often emerge with the deepest wisdom? Have you ever asked yourself, during your darkest nights, where is the light? Why is this happening to me? Welcome back, my dear friends. I'm truly grateful you're here. Today, we are going to walk into the heart of suffering, not to glorify it, but to understand its sacred role in revealing the light of awakening. Life, as we know it, is not free of pain. No matter who you are, suffering finds a way into your story. But for those who walk the path of spiritual truth, suffering is not a punishment. It is a doorway. It is the cracking open of the shell we think protects us, but in truth, keeps us small. The deeper the suffering, the closer we come to the boundary between ego and soul. And in that space, something extraordinary can happen. We either break down or we break through. Today, I want to share the profound story of a man who did just that, Venerable Master Shu Yan, a towering figure in modern Buddhist history, who lived through unimaginable hardship and emerged a luminous beacon of compassion and truth. In his youth, Master Shu Yan renounced comfort, wealth, and family expectations to seek enlightenment. He endured hunger, illness, isolation, and physical danger, all in pursuit of truth. But it was during one bone-chilling winter night, amidst snow and wind, that he encountered a turning point. As the story goes, he was traveling through a desolate mountain pass, no shelter, no fire. Just snow, wind, and the sound of his own breath. His body was frozen. His lips cracked. Every step felt like the last, and yet, he did not stop chanting the name of the Buddha. At one point, he collapsed, alone, freezing, near death. But instead of despair, he turned inward. He did not ask to be saved. He did not curse his fate. He just breathed the Buddha's name, again, and again, and again. And then something happened. In that stillness, as snow fell silently on his body, he described feeling a warmth from within. A radiance, not physical heat, but spiritual light. A golden, vast awareness that filled every cell. He later said it was as if the Buddha embraced him not from outside, but from within. His suffering had carved a space for the divine to enter. That night, he survived. But more than that, he awakened. What does this story teach us? First, that suffering strips us of illusions. It reveals how fragile the body is, how fleeting comfort is, how undependable the world can be. But in that revelation, we discover what is real, the indestructible part of us that cannot be harmed by weather, hunger, or time. Second, it shows us that devotion, when tested in hardship, becomes something sacred. Anyone can chant when things are easy. Anyone can meditate in comfort. But when the wind howls, when your fingers are numb, when you don't know if morning will come, and you still say the Buddha's name, or voice pierces through lifetimes of karma, suffering, then, becomes the fire that purifies the gold of the soul. But let's bring this closer to daily life. You may not be stranded on a snowy mountain. But maybe your mountain is loneliness, maybe it's a chronic illness, maybe it's betrayal, maybe it's watching someone you love suffer. These are real, these are brutal, and they are also sacred, because in those moments, your masks fall off, your defenses melt. You are brought face to face with your deepest questions. Who am I? What matters? Where is my anchor? And if, in that moment, you turn to the Dharma not as an escape, but as a lifeline, you begin to change. One woman I met lost her child in a car accident. For a year, she lived in a fog of grief. Nothing made sense, nothing helped, but one night, she found herself whispering the name of the Buddha before bed, not because she believed it would fix anything. Just because it was all she had left, she kept whispering it. Night after night, month after month, she said, at first it was a plea, then it became a rhythm, then it became a presence. 2 years later, She volunteers at a hospice center, helping others walk through grief. She doesn't preach, she just sits with them. Sometimes she chants softly. She says, "My suffering gave me ears to hear what pain really sounds like. Now, I can sit with others in their s." This is the power of suffering. When faced with courage and surrender, it turns into medicine, not just for you, but for the world. You see, we often think enlightenment comes from silence, from retreat, from perfect circumstances. But the truth is, some of the deepest awakenings happen in chaos, in agony, in the rubble of a shattered life. Because it's in those moments we stop pretending. There's a passage that says, "Only when the cup is empty can it be filled with divine nectar." Your suffering, though it feels like loss, is also clearing space. For clarity, for faith, for light. It doesn't mean we should seek suffering, but it means we should stop fearing it when it comes, and it will welcome it like a teacher. Ask it, "What do you want me to see? What truth am I still avoiding? What attachment am I still clutching?" You will find that suffering, when faced with awareness, transforms into wisdom. And from wisdom comes peace, not the peace of escape, but the peace of knowing I have touched something that cannot be taken. So how do we endure suffering? First, we name it, without shame, without hiding. Say, "This hurts." Say, "I'm afraid." Say, "I don't know what to do." Honesty is the doorway. Then, breathe, slowly, fully. Come into the body. Feel where the pain lives, not to fix it, but to be with it. Next, call upon something greater. Whether it's a Buddha, a mantra, or simply your own higher self, ask for help, not to remove the suffering, but to walk with you through it. And finally, trust. Not that things will always go your way, but that something inside you is vast enough to hold even this. The snowstorm that nearly took Shuyan's life was also the womb that birthed his awakening. Your storm may be doing the same. So don't run from it. Bow to it. I say, "I don't understand this, but I choose to learn from it. I choose to walk through it with dignity. I choose to let it soften me, not harden me. I choose to meet my suffering with presence, because that's where the Buddha lives, not in distant heavens, but in the quiet, trembling spaces of your own broken heart." Thank you for watching this video. If you've experienced a moment where suffering opened a new door in your life, share it with us in the comments. Your story may be the light someone else needs. And if this message touched you, please like, subscribe, and send it to someone you love. May your suffering become your strength. May your darkness reveal your light. And may your journey lead you home.